Apologize that I look like a mess. I literally got back from France about an hour ago. Oh god, did I have fun playing with the trains today. If you care to read about that adventure, check it out on Tumblr or whatever. And as it's late and I'm leaving for Turkey tomorrow, my life is awesome, I'm just gonna talk in English, but going along with the theme for the week, I'm going to talk about academic life and values here in Germany, or at least as far as I've experienced in the past 6 months here in Heidelberg. So, as I've said before, I am studying this year at the University of Heidelberg in Baden-Württemberg, Germany. It is one of the oldest universities in Europe, and I believe the oldest university in Germany. I believe. 1380 something? 1386, something like that is when the university was founded. So it's old. It's really old. And I actually had a chance to just chat with a professor not very long ago, and they gave me a few of their views, but let me just tell you what I've experienced as a student, as an exchange student, as an American, but as a student here, taking German classes with Germans. So, you know, papers and essays, if you're an American, papers and essays in the United States, it's child's play. It's holy crow. It's like nothing compared to what they do here. We had to be coached on what a Hausarbeit is. For those of you who speak German, then you understand that Hausarbeit literally put together means housework. But what it is it's a paper on steroids. You need sources out the wazoo, you need a table of contents, which I've never had to add to a paper before in my life. I don't know, maybe it's just because I go to a tiny liberal arts school in Maryland, but I've never had to have one of those before. The thing about these Hausarbeiten, the thing about them is that right now I am on break. Right now I have 2 months of what I call break, because I do not have any Hausarbeiten to write. Most normal students, non-exchange students, do. This is technically not called semester break. This is called the Vorlesungsfreie Zeit, the seminar free time, where students are expected to spend time researching and writing and perfecting these massive papers, these like mini theses that they have to turn in, and then they turn them into their professor at the end of the 2-month seminar free period, and then they go back to classes. So it's very intense here, particularly at this university where everything's held to such a high standard. Some people think it's a kind of a snobby standard, a little bit stuck up. And it might be, I don't know. It's all very new for me, coming from a small private liberal arts school in the middle of Maryland where I'm on first name basis with some of my professors, where I can walk across campus in 15 minutes, where I've been to professors' house for dinner, for tea, where I've gone to various events as their guest, been invited by them. It's different for me here, where I'm not sure if a professor knows my name in a class full of people, where my smallest class was 50 people strong, and my smallest class in Maryland had been 20 people. That's a big difference. But it all results in the students taking their work here so seriously. So seriously. There's not a lot of homework given out here. As I mentioned in an earlier video, there's almost no homework given out on a regular basis. That counts as a grade. So the work you do as a grade, typically a Klausur, an exam, or a Hausarbeit, it's a big deal. So students spend a lot of time here reading and studying instead of sitting down and writing out some kind of work. If they write out a work, it's probably something like a research project, or, my housemate is studying to be a teacher, so that's an entirely different program to talk about in Germany. But she always has some kind of case study to do. And she's got 2 more years left in her education in which she will be teaching as her evaluation. So the education system to be a teacher in Germany is a totally different animal right now, but that's what I've been experiencing here in Germany, and it's got a little bit left over of the whole, past history of the world thing about, mostly men get educated, but that has changed in a big way in the younger generation in Germany. I think most of my classes were mostly girls. Granted, I'm in language classes and literature classes, and I don't know what the ratio is in the hard science classes. But education is taken very seriously and valued by everybody here, and it's a double bonus because, it's cheap. Gotta love European education. Yeah, all in all, it's a very different but rewarding and challenging system here. And if you ever study abroad in Germany, you tell me what your opinion on it is, and we'll discuss. And ask me if you ever need help with a Hausarbeit, because at this point, I'm a master. Hausarbeit master. I'm not. I've written like 2, but I'll help you out. Okay, it's late, and I need to plane tomorrow. So, auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, alles Malderuk. See you next week.